Welcome to Celebrity Reports, the place where we dive deep into the fascinating world of celebrities and uncover the stories behind the headlines. Why Johnny Whitaker still refuses to watch this one episode he filmed in 1966 is a mystery that fans have speculated about for years. But now, after decades of silence, pieces of the truth are finally coming to light, and the story is more emotional than anyone could have imagined. Johnny Whitaker, best known for his role as Jody on Family Affair, was already a familiar face on screen by the time 1966 rolled around. That year, at just 7 years old, he guest starred in an episode of a lesser-known anthology show called American Moments. The episode, titled The Red Kite, told the story of a young boy trying to reunite his broken family through a simple act of kindness. It was beautifully written, full of heartfelt scenes, and required young Johnny to carry nearly every moment of it. According to those who were on set, Johnny's performance was beyond what anyone expected for a child his age. Directors and producers praised his emotional depth and how he brought genuine feeling to even the quietest moments. But behind the camera, something far more personal was unfolding. What most people didn't know was that during the filming of The Red Kite, Johnny's own family was going through a difficult period. His older sister, Emily, had recently been diagnosed with a serious health condition, and the atmosphere at home was filled with tension and worry. Johnny, being the youngest, wasn't told much, but he could feel it. The episode's plot, centered around a boy doing everything he could to hold his family together, mirrored what he was experiencing in real life. In a rare interview given last year for a retrospective podcast, Johnny briefly touched on this time in his life. He didn't name the episode, but he said there was one role that hit too close to home. "I remember the tears weren't acting," he said. "I didn't even know where they were coming from, but once the cameras rolled, they just came. It was like my heart didn't know how to separate real life from the story." Crew members later recalled that after the final take of the most emotional scene, where Johnny's character tries to fly a red kite to signal his father to return home, Johnny quietly walked off set, sat by himself in the corner, and didn't speak for nearly an hour. No one knew quite what to say. They assumed he was just tired. But now it's clear that the moment had touched something deep inside him. When the episode aired, it received praise from critics and fans alike. Some even called it one of the finest half hours of television that year. But Johnny never watched it. Even today, at public events or during fan conventions, he politely deflects when the subject comes up. "I'm proud of the work," he said. "But that one episode, I just can't go back there." Friends and close colleagues have tried to encourage him over the years. Some even offered to watch it with him in a private setting, but he always declined. "It's not about the performance," he once said. "It's about what I was feeling. And some feelings are better left where they are, in the past." Now, all these years later, Johnny has found peace in other ways. He's involved in community projects, supports young actors, and lives a quiet life far from the spotlight. But The Red Kite remains a sealed chapter. Not because it was a bad experience, but because it was too real, too raw, and too wrapped up in a time that shaped him in ways no one fully understood until now.